Howdy, gang. It's Brother Big Ed. Back again. They've tried to kill me, and they just keep cutting me open and fixing me. I'm like the $6 million man now. I got new parts. No, seriously, doing okay. Healing back. Not singing yet, but actually getting some facility back, some coordination back in my right hand. So we're going to do a little thing on Richard Thompson as promised before. Don't know why I've become obsessed with acoustic rigs, but they always pissed me off. I've been doing this for 30 years, and what it was like 30 years ago to get an acoustic to sound good, it wasn't happening, is the truth of it. But stuff has come a long way. I did a piece on John Martin. I'm obsessed with John Martin still. Guy was amazing. I did a little thing on Nick Drake because I was fortunate enough to be able to actually speak directly to John Wood, who recorded every note Nick released during his lifetime. And Richard Thompson is my other big fave. I've gotten the pleasure to work with Richard. Amazing dude. I know his kids. Just, Richard, he's amazing. I mean, put aside the songwriting, which is first-rate, top 10 maybe for me all time, but then look at the guitar playing. It's insane. I mean, have you ever heard anybody who combines pedal steel licks with Indian modes? It's amazing. Richard's amazing. It's endless. We're going to talk about his acoustic guitar rig. So, Richard uses, it's actually pretty minimal, but it sounds amazing. Of course, he's amazing, but it's very purposeful. So, Richard uses, first in his chain is a tuner. He actually has an acoustic pedal board as minimal as it is. First in his chain is a tuner. Then he goes to a line 6 DL4, believe it or not. He uses it just for some, as he says, old school kind of tape delay textural things. He doesn't overuse it. He doesn't use it all the time, but he does use it. He actually second in the chain, so it goes tuner, full tone Deja Vibe. He has an original Deja Vibe, and I've seen him pull the Deja Vibe out a few tunes per set, which is pretty cool. He's definitely got, that's another textural thing to him that he pulls out when it works for him, when he feels like it, really, is what he said. And then he's got the line 6 DL4 for just the tape delay textural things. And then he goes to a Ridge Farm gas cooker, which is a vacuum tube valve mic preamp, but it has a DI. So he plugs into the DI. It's actually a mic pre, but it has a DI input and goes right out from that XLR cable to the board. His longtime sound man then adds some EQ and some reverb, and he adds a little slapback on his voice too. This is all digitally. I've seen the rig up close before a show, and it's all pre-programmed into a digital controller. So for the mixing board, it's all digital, and it's different settings for each song. So as minimal as it is up front, it's sort of complicated on the back end, but it's just button pushing at that point once you've done all the work. So to recreate this, tuner, I've got a TC Electronic Polytune for the Vibe, which again is second in the chain. I've got the Gypsy Vibe by Pedal Pawn. Yeah, it's a little overkill for acoustic, but it sounds glorious. I've tried the Deja Vibe by Full Tone. It's great. It's great, but I prefer this one, and it's what I've got, so that's what we're going to use. I also have a Spruce Effects Badlands, which is a germanium preamp in a vibe pedal, and that's great too. That one's even harder to find than this. This isn't actually hard to find, it's just kind of expensive. All right? And then for my delay, because basically what Richard's going is for an old Echoplex sound. He's just not using it like John Martin, where it's like, you know, whirling around all the time. I'm a big fan of this new Geckoplex by Gecko Pedals. It's amazing. It's amazing. It sounds amazing. So that's my choice for delay. Could use a DL4, but this is a little more hi-fi than DL4, actually. DL4 is great. I've had a bunch of them over the years. I like them. I like that there's presets and everything, but for what Richard uses it for, and for my preference, the Geckoplex. These are new, by the way. He'll be making more of these pretty soon. I've got a demo. You know, check the website here. You'll see our demo for that. And then to replicate the gas cooker, or in fact, I'm not even replicating it. What I use for my rig is a valve vacuum tube DI that's specifically made to be a vacuum tube DI for acoustic instruments. However, the advantage, I think, that the one that I use, which is the Useful Arts BF1, is that, so it has a through, which is a direct tap, which the gas cooker has also, but it has an unbalanced output, a 1/4 inch unbalanced output, as well as an XLR. Why is that important? Well, for me, I'd like to run the pedals separately from the direct acoustic guitar sound and split them in the mix. So I'm getting a dry acoustic guitar sound with no effects, straight from the guitar, and that's what the 1/4 inch output will do. And I'm also getting my pedals sent through my rig. So for the sake of Richard's thing, though, we're going to send it straight through this. We're then going to take the direct tap to the pedals, and the XLR, which will be without the vibe, delay, and reverb sound, will go straight in to next in the chain. This is, again, my rig, but we're simulating the vacuum tube input that Richard prefers. They don't make the gas cooker anymore, by the way. I use the FMR Audio PBC 6A compressor. I use it very modestly set. I think those are my settings, probably, whatever was left out. And then go from there, and I add a little EQ, and these are probably my settings too. It's just to tone up the guitar sound a little bit, get rid of a little bit of the, you know, the woof a little. Be careful, I gotta be gentle with these things. Take a little bit of the hole out of it. A lot of acoustic instruments have like, are like bongos, you know, they've got that like 400 hertz thing going on, but every instrument's different. So it's really just to tone it up, take a little woof out, and add a little snap without making it spanky. You dig? So for this experiment that you're about to see, I will be running my acoustic guitar direct into the valve DI from Useful Arts. The 1/4 inch will be split to the pedals, and that will be on one side of the mix, and then coming the XLR out of the Useful Arts DI will go into the compressor and then into the EQ straight into the other side. And I will split them, and I will tell you which is which on the screen. And that's Richard's basic rig. Pretty simple, but you gotta go see him live, especially solo acoustic, in my opinion, because it's just mind-blowing. I go every time. every time he comes out around. I'll see him if I'm somewhere else. I'll go see him there if he's around. I saw him in San Francisco when I was there once. Just amazing. He never lets you down. Incredible songs. Unreal playing. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this little demonstration. I'll try to make it simple. I'm still getting my hand back, but I think I can play a little bit. And a little expose on Richard Thompson's rig. If you have someone else you want me to look into and check out, I might even know them. I can ask them questions directly. Let me know, and I'll do it in the future. All right? So appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time. Enjoy the rig.